Hey guys, welcome back to the Wild Wrestling Channel. I am your host, Seth. Today I'm going to give you guys my top 3 matches from Crown Jewel and Bound For Glory each, so the top 3 matches from each show. So let's hop right into the video. Play the intro. At number 3 for Crown Jewel, we have Stephanie Vaquer versus Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Crown Jewel title. This match had a good build-up, and it was good with all the high-paced action. 2 young stars finally getting their moment to shine. This was an awesome match, full of so many near falls, so many cool moves, and Stephanie Vaquer winning in the end was definitely the right pick here. This was close to the Australian street fight for me, but I think it just exit out a little bit just because of the winner. I know I picked Tiffany Stratton to win, but I understood why they had Stephanie win. It was very close for me to decide, but it was a super great action, super fast-paced, had so many great spots and great moves, and Stephanie Vaquer winning was a lot, and her Triple H embracing her afterwards was amazing. So this is number 3 from Crown Jewel. At number 3 from Bound For Glory, we have One Final Table. One Final Table was a really good, sentimental storyline, say goodbye match. I think the lead-up worked perfectly for this storyline of, they were making the lead-up perfectly. They've been feuding ever since Slammiversary, getting us ready. And this match was good. It had a bunch of the old spots with Jeff Hardy doing that crazy swanton, the 1D through the tables, all the crazy spots, and in the end, with Brother Ray just getting 100% destroyed and just accepting that he's about to go through the table was a great way to say goodbye, and them leaving their boots, hugging it out, standing tall. It was such an awesome way to say goodbye. So this just takes out the Call Your Shot gauntlet for me, but this was an awesome match, and it was such impactful to so many people to say goodbye to Team 3D and end this rivalry of the Hardys and Team 3D. So this is number 3 from Bound For Glory. At number 2 from Crown Jewel, we have Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes for the men's Crown Jewel title. This had such a good build-up of their previous matches in 2022, and the build-up was great of Cody just getting in Seth's head of how much Seth wanted to beat Cody. And now this was created, the match was supposed to happen, and it was an incredible match. It told so much of the action in the beginning was great as Seth Rollins kind of decking away, and then they did a lot of crazy spots, crazy action, like that crossroads from the top, all the crazy dives and crazy moves. And then in the end, the ending was also a nice way to kind of end the touch with the Rolex that Cody gifted Seth at WrestleMania 40 is what eventually allowed Seth to beat Cody and become the men's Crown Jewel champion. Was a nice little touch there to add to this match and the storyline. So a great match with that great ending, so I'm going to put Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes at number 2. At number 2 from Bound For Glory, we have Mike Santana versus Trick Williams for the TNA World title. This was an amazing match, such good entrances, such a perfect ending to Bound For Glory. The lead-up has been there for so long now, and it finally concluded to Bound For Glory. They put everything they had they threw everything out there. And they had so many crazy moves. The storyline was there. Mike Santana got busted open. Trick Williams talking to Mike Santana's daughter, and she slapped Trick across the face was awesome. And just everything until the end of Mike Santana just wouldn't give up and kept kicking out until the end. He landed that final spin the block, got the pin, and won the TNA World title. And that was something to remember. He finally captured the title. I did think it was crazy at the end when we almost saw Nick Nemeth and Frankie Kazarian try to cash in. And it was cool. We got to see the Elijah return tonight, as Elijah's now back in TNA after his torn tricep injury. So all of that together made such an awesome, packed, amazing main event for Bound For Glory. So this has got to be number 2. And number 1 from Crown Jewel, John Cena versus AJ Styles. This was incredible. This was an incredible match. It 100% lived up to it. This didn't really have that big of a build-up, but everyone this was a match that we all demanded, so there didn't need to be a build-up. We just wanted to see it happen one more time. The build-up had been in all those previous years, all those crazy dream matches and amazing matches we saw. We just wanted one of those one more time, and we got it at Crown Jewel. There was so many crazy actions. People might say it was a finisher fest, but it was a good finisher fest. It was perfect in here as they called. John Cena did a lot of call-outs to his former rivals, like he had the Bray Wyatt call with the Sister Abigail, the Accolade for Rusev, the Walls of Jericho to Chris Jericho, just like all these different call-outs to his previous rivals he was able to use in this match, which made the finisher fest good, and they kept kicking out of everything no matter what they threw at them. And in the end, John Cena was finally able to put AJ Styles away after using as much as he could, but this was definitely awesome. It was cool to see AJ wear his old TNA gear that he wore too, but this was just an awesome match, especially because it was cool at the end. At the beginning, John Cena gave Alicia Taylor AJ Styles introduction after John Cena got his, and this was amazing, and that's why it's got to be number 1 from Crown Jewel. And number 1 from Bound for Glory, you probably guessed it, Leon Slater versus Javon Evans for the TNA X Division title. Look people are going to be mad about the ending, and I'm one of them. The Dark State was super annoying, and I don't really understand why they need to use that match. But you got to admit, I was thinking about putting the Mike Santana, Trick Williams match here, but you got to admit, before that happened, this match was incredible. So even though it had a rotten ending, it still had such a good match that I really couldn't put it below 1. It started off nice and easy of them kind of getting used to each other, getting in each other's head, just building up that tension. But then the second they started going, it was crazy. Javon Evans hitting that OG cutter to the outside on the apron. Leon Slater hitting so many crazy kicks. Those both of them diving over the barricade. And then we got the time limit expired, but Santino Marella gave us 5 more minutes, and they threw everything they had with so many more flips and kicks, and just doing everything they could with Leon Slater and crazy dives, looking for it, everything they could. But then when Dark Stage showed up, it annoyed people, and we never got a clear-cut winner, but it opens the door for another one of these banger matches in the future. But this was such a good match, so that's why it's got to be number 1 from Bound for Glory. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and turn on that bell so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. I post every Monday and Friday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.